Hey guys, it's move-in day at our new place. I'm just hanging out in the bathroom. We've got a bunch of things to fix. Thought I would go through them with you because these are all things that you can do and will make a big difference. Let's get going. First up is the bathroom vent cover. You can see this old plastic one. It's pretty gross, and I am going to change it out for this new white metal one. It was about $10. So I was originally going to pick plastic to replace it with, but then the guy at the hardware store suggested that metal would be good if it's a high traffic area, and Mr. So Bright has stepped on a few and wrecked them at our other house, the plastic one. So metal it is. Literally take it off and put it in the garbage.
You can see there's a hole on either end to put screws in it, and it came with the screws, but it was really tight fitting, so I didn't bother with it this time.
So on the corner of the shower here, it's the shower's kind of peeling away from the drywall's peeling away from the shower a little bit. So we really just need to reseal this. And you can kind of see there's a tiny little crack all the way up. So I'm gonna run the bead all the way down just to make sure, because the last thing we want to do is deal with water damage. I'm using some of this caulking. It is waterproof. But really what I should be using is silicone for this job. But I am going to just use what I have, and this will be good enough for now. So you got your tube. You're just going to put it in here. You don't want to tighten it, but just make it so it doesn't fall out. You're going to cut it, and you want to make sure to not cut it too big. You can always go bigger, but once it's too big, it's gonna be difficult. So once it's kind of snug in here, but not tight, because as soon as you put pressure on it, it's gonna come out and you can get ready. Before you start, you're gonna wanna get some paper towel that's just damp, wet, but wrung out so it's not dripping. And you're gonna use this for the caulking. You want this to be ready to go. As soon as you're done, you want to click off. You just press this button to click off, like as soon as you're done, because then it takes the pressure off. Otherwise, it will just keep coming out and coming out. See, I'm almost click off right away. Okay, so I was just smoothing it out with a wet finger and then wiping it with the wet paper towel. You know, it doesn't really look awesome, but it's just gonna help. It'll help things for now.
Next up is the toilet seat. It's loose and wiggly and needs to be tightened.
Okay, so you can flip these, flip this part up here. I need to clean that. And then underneath here, this just comes out. So I'm gonna clean all this. But it's missing a piece to tighten it. I wonder if this side has it. Oh yeah, you see that piece there? That piece is missing on the other side, and it's just loose on this side. So I think I just need to get another one of those and we'll be golden. I can tighten it all up and clean it all up. Here we go. Okay, toilet seat hinge bolts. That's what we got. And I'm gonna put them on here now. Okay, so when you put this in here, you can see it doesn't fit quite right because this is oval and then these are round. So I got these Olfa scissors that I bought yesterday. They're supposed to cut through anything and I got them to trim the blinds. So works pretty good. Just gonna trim it down so that it's more of an oval. I tried to put it in without this plastic washer, but it's too big of a hole. It's not gonna work. So that fits perfect. And then I just have these things to put on the bottom. Get a screwdriver to tighten these and then close it up, but we're in good shape. I wouldn't want to over tighten these, but okay, now I close that back up. Perfect. We're going to replace this door stop with one that is not broken. So I'm just gonna pull it out. And I think it's a Robertson. It's hard to see. Yeah. I just got this in the store. It's a couple dollars, I think. And it usually comes. You can twist it off from the base, and it comes with a screw. Remember, we always want to clean things before we put them back. I just put a dab of caulking on the end of this screw because if you're just gonna put the screw right back into this hole, chances are it's not gonna be that strong again. I mean, you could move it, right? But I'm gonna put it back in, but I'm gonna use the caulking, and I'm gonna hope that this helps it hold. See how there's a little hole in there? And then this part is gonna go right in there, and you just turn it until it's snug. Big change. This one was all painted and gross, and I didn't have this on the back, and yeah.
For obvious reasons, you can see why the dryer vent needed replacing. We also replaced the inside ducting because it was kinked and it was all clogged up and everything. So I will go through the whole thing here.
I'm gonna unhook it from the other end. Here's a dryer. So I need to get down there and unhook that so I can take the vent off. And you see how it's like kinked over there? We need to move that so it flows better. Okay, so I've got this dryer vent and this piece here. So what you're gonna do is just slip it in like that. pretty good, eh? I'm joking. Leave that in there. Okay, we tag teamed this one. It was too hard to video. It was intense. So yeah, I got a 90 degree there and a 90 degree there, and then this little joiner piece. I just used some of this stuff from the existing one, and I've got screws in each place that it joins to hold it secure. So with this little accordion piece, then we can push the dryer back a little bit, and the flow can still be good. Don't know if you guys saw the moss on the roof, but we've got to deal with that. So what I've been told is to spray a bleach solution. So I'm going to do a 50% bleach solution, mix it up in this spray thing here. So basically all I got to do is pour this jug of bleach in, fill this jug up with water, pour that in as well, and then spray it and just leave it, and it will kill the moss. So okay, it's not super bad, but you know, there's enough. So basically what you do is you just pump this thing and then spray it. So I'm gonna go do that.
We also replaced the weather stripping on 2 of the doors, and because the house was furnished, we used our steam cleaner to clean the furniture. I'll leave a link to this in the description because it is a favorite cleaning tool of mine. And then we used the shop vac to clean out all the vents, and we just pushed it in as far to clean out as much of the decking as possible. I hope you found some of these tips helpful. Let me know if you give them a try. Tag me on Instagram at SoBrightCreations.